Welcome. We're going to be looking at how to find winning titles for your books. Obviously, your title is very important. It's one of the first impressions that potential readers have of your book. We're going to be looking today at specific methods to find winning titles using market assessment. I'm going to give you a few of my favorite resources to research popular books. We're going to look at tips to identify your competition, and then we'll talk briefly about how powerful the Kindle Unlimited program is. First of all, as a reminder, Piggyback Publishing is creating additional books that are already related to an already published book. So this could be additional sort of summary style books for a popular fiction book. You might be creating additional content such as this Harry Potter coloring book. You're piggybacking on the popularity and fan base of a topic to help ensure that your content is also a bestseller. Obviously, it's important to consider your titles and come up with really strong ones, regardless of whether or not you're focusing on piggyback publishing. But this is definitely a niche that I recommend because of its simplicity. So the first step towards discovering and writing a strong title is to sort of assess the market. You want to make sure that you're focusing in on a book that is both popular and doesn't have too much competition yet. So let's look at that a little bit more closely. You're going to want to select a book that's rising in popularity. And discovering a book that's just kind of coming up through the ranks right now is a really good way to find one that is trending and yet does not have a lot of competition. It can be hard. It can take a lot of time to find those up and coming books, but two really good resources that I recommend checking out is Publishers Weekly. They publish an index of the most popular books in all of the different categories. And then another really good one is the Amazon Movers and Shakers list. This is one of my favorites. Let's look at it a little bit more closely. This is a helpful tool. It can identify kind of consumer behavior and trends on Amazon, and it's updated every 24 hours. So if you look here, I grabbed a little screenshot. You can see here's the top 3 movers and shakers in books. You can see the sales ranks, and you can also see how far up they've come. This can be a really good place to go and find a book to piggyback on that is both popular and possibly trending. The second thing that you need to do is identify your competition. So if there's already several summary books on the same topic, it can be a lot more difficult for your book to stand out. In general, if you're searching something and you see that there are many summary or discussion notes style books about that specific book, I would probably just pick another one. So you can try searching for similar book titles, maybe another book by the same author or another book within the same genre. I would say a pretty good rule for this is if there are 10 or more books with the same title, the market's too saturated and you should just move on. Another thing to consider is it's not all about Kindle. You can always say, oh, there's too many of these books on Kindle, but if I look at another platform, then I see that there's less competition, so maybe I'll just focus on that. Within Kindle, there is a program that I absolutely recommend you check out, especially if you're kind of at the beginning of creating your publishing empire. Kindle Unlimited, you might be aware, it's a paid service. It's $9.99 a month. It lets people explore new authors and genres. And it also currently has a 30-day free trial that allows people to read as much as they want for those 30 days. The reason that this matters for you is if you have a brand new book out there and you don't have any reviews and no one has really read it, it is sometimes harder to get people to start purchasing it. But if they're essentially getting it for free with Kindle Unlimited, it's a really great way to drive traffic to your book and start getting those reviews because people are willing to give it a shot. They're not paying for it. It's included in their Kindle Unlimited program. Then, once you've got some positive feedback, you can simply rotate that title off of Kindle Unlimited and then people are going to be more likely to pick it up because they see, oh, this one already has 100 5-star reviews. It's $4.99. I'm going to definitely check it out. If piggyback publishing is something that you're interested in, and I definitely think it should be, check out my Piggyback Publishing Profits for even more tips and tricks about how to succeed in this arena. I'm going to tell you how you can spend just a few hours creating a short book and find it later on one of Amazon's bestseller lists. It's perfect for people who want to create popular books that sell, publishers looking to branch out into new income streams, and of course, beginners looking for rinse and repeat strategies to grow a publishing empire. You can check it out on my website, amyharrop.com, and it is Piggyback Publishing Profits.